What happens out there? How come you have someone like Whitney leave her fiance? Completely just leave him. He is there. I think her husband actually is there. And she leaves him for another man on the island. What happens?
I can already see I'm a rule in this kingdom. I think if I can control how they feel, I can control how they think. If I can whoop these all-stars, doesn't that mean I'm the best ever?
What's happening, guys? I'm glad to be home. Yes, I'm still a little ill, but I feel much better. I've just tried to eat a little bit of spaghetti. I can't. I do feel better. I feel happy to be home. Also, I feel a little sad to be away from where I was. It was just such an amazing experience. This on my head is the last item. Everything else is sold. This is the Merge Buff. Game used buff from Survivor 19. This is it. That's it. When it comes to game use stuff, they will all be gone. I sold which I thought that I would sell my yellow game use buff first. But it didn't. It went almost last. This one went last. Also, what I have to tell you guys is that I made 20 copies before I sold. You don't think I'm stupid, do you? I made 20 original copies, first copies of the JT letter. First copies. Now, if somebody would get this, right, and then they would copy it, it would become diluted, a second copy. This is the first copy of the JT letter. Will be signed by me right here. The paper's a little long because it was weird how they got the paper from some book, so we couldn't find the right size paper. But this is the first copy that I'm going to sell for $110 a piece with my signature. That's it. No auctions, straight up. If you want a first copy of the JT letter, you can get it on eBay. The link will be in this description. I've only did 20 of them for a reason, and I'm gonna number them 1 of 20, 2 of 20, and I'm gonna sign them all. They're right here, and then that's it. So you can be a little bit part of history. This sold for almost $28,000. And this is a first copy of that. I took that letter, and trust me, I was nervous as fuck because it was starting to crinkle a little bit right here. And I brought it to one of these places, and I copied the original with this. So this is the first copy, only $120 or whatever I said, I don't know, around there, $119. And this I'm selling. So, yes, I'm trying to make money. Of course, why not? You can own a little part of history and have a first copy of the original. If you had a first copy of the Independence, right? That's a pretty big deal. And that's what this is. And there's only 20 of them. And the guy that bought it, his name is Jeremy. He's my boy. He's probably watching this. Is no way in hell he's making copies. This is it. I think it's already in a shadow box and ready to go. I wanted him to send me a picture of it. He hasn't yet. When he does, I'll post it on the page so everybody can see it. Now, my trip was amazing. I lost 150 subscribers from the Russell Hantz Show. I've gained 1,600 subscribers with the new channel, Enhanced Reality. Enhanced Reality, well, it's where we're going to be going to discuss reality TV. I can't get into this stuff that's going on now with the challenge and Big Brother because I would have to rewatch everything. I'm not going to leave the country again until this next Survivor is over, because I want to cover that, and I'm going to cover that on Enhanced Reality. I don't know if you guys think that's a joke or real or not, but that's what's going to happen. I'm posting this on both the channels because I'm trying to sell this and these letters. It's going to be signed by me. I'm going to post it. I haven't even posted it on eBay yet. I hate using eBay, by the way. So if you can directly contact me, especially with this, that would be better. Russell Hantz 72 at yahoo.com. Now, I most recently called a few people, a couple of big names, and asked the question, because hey man, we got Survivor, right? We got this reality TV stuff. We got The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. We got all this stuff that we talk about. What happens out there? How come you have someone like Whitney leave her fiance? Completely just leave him. He is there. I think her husband actually is there. And she leaves him for another man on the island. What happens? That's the big question. It's that big L question, that love question. Did Whitney really love her husband? And I'm not just picking on Whitney. Trust me. I'm just talking about love. And I wanted to reach out to a few survivors, because if we can figure out this, then that's it. It's all over. All the madness, everything is over. If we can figure out that little word. To me, I think love is fake. I think it's not a real word. There's some things that I did in Thailand when I met someone. I would say, is this real or fake? Like the conversation we're having, is it real or is it fake? Only one girl said it's fake. But it's very interesting to know that you can have a conversation for someone for hours, rather here, Thailand, or wherever, and it all be bullshit. That's very super interesting to me, that you can get married to someone, and then after 20 years of marriage, they say they fall out of love. How does that happen? You fall out of love? I'm going to tell you now. We're going to have a panel on this, but I'm going to tell you my personal opinion on that BS. If you fell out of love, you never was in love in the first place. It is impossible for me to fall out of love with my mother or father. It is impossible for me to fall out of love with my children. Yes, you're going to have disagreements. Yes, you're going to have arguments. You may not talk for years. It is impossible for me to fall out of love. But in relationships, in romantic relationships, you fall out of love. You meet some younger girl, you meet some younger guy. And I know this conversation isn't the norm. What is the norm for the Russell Hantz Show? Who really cares? I just want to know why people believe in something that doesn't exist. Love only exists for immediate family, in my belief. Your mom, your dad, your kids. When it comes to serious relationships, marriage, even though I'm not going to go too biblical on you, in the Bible it says you should love your husband or your wife more than you love your child. I'm sure that right there, just that right there, it took a lot for you to grasp. Like, what? Because the love for your child is so deep. If I was to die, I would be glad, I would be honored to die, to let my child live. Honored. Do you think I can meet someone in a club and 2 months later be in love with her and think that I'll give my life up for her? It's fake. I'm not only going to prove that it's fake, I'm going to have a panel on this channel, The Russell Hantz Show, to show you I'm not the only one that believes it. I mean, I'm talking brilliant people, MIT students, graduates, and more are going to discuss, is love real or fake? And yeah, a lot of this came out of Thailand. I've learned a lot from Thailand, but a lot of it is so fake that it just makes you wonder that can love really exist in places like that? Like true love. It can't even hardly exist here in America. What is it? 60% divorce rate? Find a younger woman? Oh, you find a younger woman, and now all of a sudden you fell out of love and in love with this pretty younger woman. It's BS. The whole thing is BS. We have been bamboozled. The Disney Channel, everything we see, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, all we want to see is kisses and love. We hope for it. We hope for that to be real. We hope if that can happen to them, that maybe can happen to me. True love. We want true love to exist, but it does not. Not romantic true love. It comes and goes. That's the facts. A lot of you might not like to hear this type of stuff, but I don't give a fuck. It's just how I believe. You don't have to believe how I believe. I just believe it's a forest. And it's impossible. My first wife, okay? She's remarried. So does she still love me? Well, that's what she said from the beginning. No, of course she doesn't. True love is unbreakable. True love is the only thing. If you have a child, you know what true love means. So, love does exist with family. Maybe some super, super, super close friends. But not romantically. It doesn't exist. So we're going to do a panel on that. I hope you guys tune in. Very special guest. Adam is going to be taking care of it. Most of you guys know that follow this channel know Adam. He helped me with the top 100. And we're going to do this little... We're just going to do a panel. See what's real. I could be wrong. I'm not, though. That's all I got, guys. I got this for sale on eBay. I got first copies of the letter for sale on eBay. Not yet, but I'm putting it up today. And I have wisdom for you guys. Wisdom. If your wife left you, if your husband left you, if someone ever told you, I fell out of love, that isn't fucking possible. You don't fall out of love. It's impossible. Not the love I'm talking about. That's why I think it's a bunch of bullshit. That's all I got. Can't wait to the debate. We have that coming soon. Until then, keep hope alive, but not love.